Hey everyone, hope you're doing really well. Apologies for being so AWOL recently. I've been working crazy hard as usual and juggling far too many projects as usual, and have had Ariana and Timur staying with me, which is not usual and has been a great delight to me, even though they sleep all the time. Or rather, they sleep all day, and I get up really early, possibly just about the time they're going to sleep. They've gone back to England now, and so I'm home alone at the lake again, which is good in a way because it means that I can carve forward on the various projects I'm doing. And this week, actually tomorrow, I'm going to Morocco to check up on Dar Khalifa and really to start trying to work out how to turn Dar Khalifa, our beloved home, into the headquarters for Shahrazad Foundation. And on Shahrazad Foundation, as you may have seen on social media, we've been working hard to raise some money to buy a few objects from this enormous treasure from Magdala in Ethiopia, what was then Abyssinia, taken 153 years ago by the British. And I'm very, very proud to say that it's all coming together, although it's a little bit like herding cats doing a project like this. You don't really know whether you're making headway or not. But I think we are. On the 8th of September, we will be handing back the objects we've acquired so far, which include Coptic Bibles and beautiful processional crosses and what else? And shields and pieces of cultural and religious significance. We'll be handing them back to an Ethiopian delegation in London. So that's something that we're working towards hard, and there's a side project that I'm happy to mention, although we're not really getting it much publicity at the moment because it's under wraps. And it's this fact that the British took with them from Abyssinia in 1868, 11 so-called tabots. And they're a little bigger than a drinks coaster, they're about 6 inches square. And they are bizarrely and wonderfully kind of the most sacred objects within the Coptic Church of Ethiopia. And for the last century and a half, they've been kept kind of in a storage box in the bowels of the British Museum. And once a month, a Coptic priest from the Coptic Church of Ethiopia in London is permitted to go and light incense, burn incense in the British Museum where it's kept, and to worship, or where they're kept, and worship the tablets. So we're working really hard behind the scenes at Shahrazad Foundation to effect the repatriation of these tablets. We're working with a British legal team and diplomatic team and various other teams that I've put together. Over the last 3 weeks, for example, pretty much 3 weeks, I felt like, one of the shuttle diplomats who goes from one side to the other, trying to put together a team and a plan. It's been incredibly interesting and really quite a challenge. I've had one or two unbelievably strange conversations with people in the British military and others who definitely don't want to repatriate anything, and they've been very critical of us and anyone who wants to send anything back to Africa, which I found just fascinating, because this is a subject, the repatriation of looted treasures, whether it's from Abyssinia, now Ethiopia, or Benin, Nigeria, Ghana, or other parts of Africa, or former colonial lands. It's a subject that garners hugely high, um, I don't know, maniacal responses from people at sometimes. And it's certainly something that I found touches a nerve in so many ways. And as well as doing all of this, I've been writing. I've been finishing a book that I've been working on and editing various other things. The unbelievably annoying thing that I just don't even want to mention, but I will, is that, and I know some of you have very, very, very kindly backed my Kickstarter campaign for the Caravanserai stories. The very annoying thing is that I shipped 16 boxes of these here to Belgium from England. And because England has now left the EU, Brexit and all of that, they've been impounded by the Belgians. So I've been waiting. It's been so horrendous. And tomorrow, they tell me, I'll get news. The reason I haven't had news for the last 2 weeks is the officials who impounded them have gone, here in Belgium, have gone on vacation. Can you believe it? I couldn't believe it. I did a double take when I read that message. So hopefully this week, they'll either tell me to pay an enormous amount, which I don't know if I can, or they'll release them, or both. So we'll see what happens. But as I say, I'm going to Morocco to do paperwork and to try to think big and think about Shahrazad Foundation and how we can really affect change through the projects that we've got in the pipeline. That's what's got me so thrilled and so excited. And again, if anyone watching this has any ideas for projects that are unusual, kind of out of the box, whether they're empowering young women or bridging cultures or harnessing the teaching power of folklore and stories, please send them to me directly, and I'd really love to hear your ideas. And again, sorry for being so absent. I've had a lot of balls to juggle, but it looks like they're all still up in the air and I haven't dropped any yet. Thank you.